Hey there, teacher blabbers, and welcome to our weekly show. We do apologize that we are a little late getting started tonight, but we had some technical difficulties, and as such is the life of a full-time traveler. And so I am actually sitting in a parking lot so that I can have internet for us to be able to do the show. But I wanted to come on here before we get started, and I wanted to kind of make a statement or address an issue that was a potential issue last week. Last week we had a show that was a very serious topic, and we kind of got a little sidetracked with something, and we received some messages afterwards. We received some messages both on our Teacher Blab show privately, as well as I received some messages privately as well with regard to how the situation was handled. And I wanted to come on here before we had the show and just let you know that we do appreciate everyone who voiced their opinions. We appreciated the messages that we got privately. And I want to let you know that I apologize as the moderator of the show for the way that the situation was handled. After the show, we had a green room roundtable type meeting that y'all are not is not live on the channel. But we had a very good discussion. We have had some discussions throughout the week, and it was just a situation that was about a very serious need to have conversation. And there are going to be situations like that come up in our lives where we've talked about this multiple times, where maybe we say something or we do something that we don't realize can come across a certain way. So I want to specifically address one message, one email that we got that was, my computer's about to fall, sorry, that was in relation to my making it seem as though Carlonda did something wrong. And we also received a message making it seem as though Richelle had done something wrong. And I am here to say 100% unequivocally, neither one of them were wrong in any way. And if I created a situation that made it seem like that, I apologize. I have apologized to both of these women. They are both very, very dear friends of mine, and it is never my intention to make anybody seem like they did anything wrong. There are going to be times and there are going to be hard subjects that we talk about, and sometimes things happen and we have to have hard conversations in the moment, and it's all good. And the most important thing is that we continue to have that conversation. But I did not handle it correctly. It should have been something that we handled off air instead of right there in the moment. But I think we've all learned and we've all grown from it. And again, nobody did anything wrong. In fact, the only person who really did anything wrong was me, and that was because of the way I handled it. So I want to make that very, very clear. And again, thank you so much for reaching out, letting us know how you feel about it. And we are super excited to be back with you this week with another show. And we are going to jump in to that show right now. Stay tuned. So we're just going to apologize right now for the fact that I hit the wrong intro.
Right. I just messaged you. I was like, I'm not in the intro, Farrah. Literally, I just messaged her.
Listen, I'm in a parking lot.
My question is, how can you get Wi-Fi so far away? That's pretty good.
We are at a state park in the middle. This Texas state park is in the middle of freaking Fort Worth, Dallas. It's like in the middle of Dallas. How do I not have internet? I don't know. I have no idea. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, Blabbers. We're so excited that you're with us again this week. And we have all had very tough weeks. It is a tough week. I'm exhausted. I don't know about y'all, ladies. How was your week? How have y'all been? Let's just go around the screen. I don't know if y'all are in the same order as Misty. You're next to me.
Oh yeah.
How was your week?
Too. Well, I had a good time because yesterday was my 20-year anniversary, and I got married on my birthday. So my husband got to go away. He got one buy me one present. He's probably like, when I said I was getting married, he's like, yeah, go ahead, one present. So I'm a little tired because we had a little fun last night. And then
listen, y'all go keep us in check. We get it now. Y'all go keep us in check. I can't.
I can see it now. Somebody's got to put a reminder on their phone. Make sure to put the correct show opening.
Apparently, yeah, I've got it. Okay, so Misty, continue. So what? You're like 12. You're 12 years old now.
Girl, 41. You just think about, man, we were so young. We didn't have cable when we first got together. Not saying we're doing like all that.
I'm in a parking lot getting internet, and you didn't have cable.
We were dirt poor. No baby. But anyway.
Okay. So, I'm going to turn this over. Misty, you just go moderate. I'm going to go find the correct intro. So on the outro, Carlonda's in there. So I'm not having no nasty messages again this week. I'm just saying. Misty, moderate. Go for it. Julie, you're next. How was
Come on, Julie. Tell us what you do this weekend. This week.
I did a grocery pickup at Walmart today. Number like 400 of this whole stay at your home thing.
Nice.
That's about it. That's all I do is I go to the post office, which literally there and back takes me about 5 minutes. I'm that close. If I remember to do that. Most of the time I go to the post office when I go to do the grocery pickup. I just make one trip. I have not put gas in my car in like a month and a half.
You don't want to go to the casino because they got germs everywhere.
And I got stuff in the mail from them today too. I miss going to the casino.
And what's funny is some of them have masks. I was like, do y'all realize how much germs is all in this casino?
Yeah,
It's all over. You're touching the screen, you moving on.
The one by me, they're supposed to be like wiping them down, and they have wipes everywhere on the casino floor, like stations and hand sanitizing stations and all kind of stuff.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. That's closer to me.
They have wipes everywhere on the. Yeah. Okay. All right, Richelle. What did you do this week?
School stuff.
School stuff.
No, it's true. Yesterday and today was the only time I didn't really do school stuff.
Just found like 50 books for them. Got their clip cards ready.
I'd rather be prepared than stressed at the beginning of the year. That's why I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yay!
Yes, you're right.
What grade, Rai? What grade you teaching, girl?
What you gonna be doing, girlfriend?
Girl, she's in Dallas now. Unfortunately, I don't know. That's where we're supposed to go for the National Tech Conference. So if we go, sure, I'm gonna find you. Not stalk you like, but
Let's be real. You're gonna stalk her a little bit.
Misty and I stalk each other at LeCue. It's like, wait, where is she? Where is she?
Let me find you that exhibit hall, that free food. That's what I love. You got hors d'oeuvres galore, and I got to win a prize.
I love that age.
Pre-K shop, baby.
I love that age.
Carlonda, what did you do?
This was my these earphones. I can't. I'm getting new earphones for next week. I promise. As soon as we get out of here, please.
You know what? The day you get earphones, Farrah will put you in
the intro. That's what's going on. That's why I'm not on the intro.
That's
your ticket to get in the intro.
Look at Farrah. Farrah, like, please shut up for somebody looking. Right.
And then I'm wondering, what are the people passing by thinking? What is she doing?
Listen.
I had to take a break from social media. I texted Carlonda, I think it was. Was it No, it was Tuesday. Where the hell did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday go?
Yeah, she did. She was like, but so this was my first week of summer break. And so I've been living my best life, sleeping and binge watching Netflix, and you know,
some good shows because I was on Netflix. Like, man, I watched Teach Us All again.
never heard of it.
Oh, okay,
Teach
you gotta
Us
watch.
All.
Girl,
Yes,
Teach
teach
Us
us
All.
all.
Teach Us All.
Oh,
You
Please.
gotta
Teach
watch
Us
it.
All. Okay, is it
And
about
it's a-
school?
Yes, and
I
how
love-
this 9
Wait, is this about racism or something? Because I already got that in my life. I don't watch those things to trigger me.
it's not. No.
No way.
It's cool. And how everybody, it was segregated in Alabama years ago, and then how it included them, and how all of these schools are you just watch it, and there a lot of people making a big impact on schools.
It talks about the fact that since the Alabama 9, what are they? That's not what they're called. Anyway, it talks about the fact that our education system hasn't come as far as people think.
Right. Oh, I don't think it's come far at all. So I already know.
I watched it twice. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, it
We'll see. I see what I can do, but I'm usually into like dramas and comedies. Like to keep it light.
Yeah, I watch the Impractical Jokers a lot, but not on Netflix. I don't know. I need to find a good one.
I've been binge watching The Magicians.
Is that
that's a show. That was a show.
I need to get out of the real world. I was like, I need to get out of the real world. And listen, I realized something, and not that we can have this conversation, but I realized something this week, and that was it. I know. Listen, she's like, I was tired. I was tired of social media. I was like, okay, listen. And then I sat back and I went, and I've only been doing this a week. I was like, good God. And I'm like, listen, I was like, so my heart, that broke my heart at the same time, because I was just like, oh, that's sad, because I've only been doing it a week and I'm exhausted. I can't imagine doing it my entire life.
Doing what? Exactly.
Just posting and being vocal and being and doing the work and trying to self-reflect and try, and all of that. Yeah. And I'm like, and dealing with the nasty comments and the people. Oh my God. I probably unfriended close to 400 people this past week.
Whoa.
And I just family. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was just, it was a week, and I thought, I'm exhausted, and I've only been doing it a week. I've only been dealing with it for a week. So my heart goes out to you guys that have to and I know it's not enough. My heart going out is not enough. But it made me realize, okay, one step at a time. And I was watching, and I don't even remember who it was that I was watching on Instagram, did a story about, hey, and she was like, hey, white people, y'all need to slow down. Because y'all are gonna get burned out. Y'all need to slow down. So, and she was right. Because I was like, wow, this is and it's not just about right now. It's not just about this week. It's about from now on.
Forever. So slow down, but don't lose momentum.
That's right.
Keep it moving. Yes.
We are talking this week about making the most of your summer break, and that does not always mean working on school, Richelle. That also means doing self-care and so forth. But we do, as teachers, we know we don't get summers off.
No.
Summer off in your entire career? I do now. I had to retire to get a summer off. What are you talking about? So Richelle, you're working on school stuff, but what are you going to do this summer for you?
Well, so I moved into my new house, and there's a pool in it now. So
what?
It's weird because I hate feeling wet, but I'm going to have to get over it because we have a pool. And so,
you're going to be
wait. You hate feeling wet, and you bought a house with a pool.
the pool was more, that's what sold him on this house was I took a picture of the pool. And he was like, let's move in. So bought the house, has a pool. And I'm getting used to it. I don't like I don't know. I don't like the feeling of it. Because then I feel dirty after getting out of the pool, but I just jump in the shower anyway. So
yeah. You're supposed to because it's like chlorine and stuff.
Yeah. Maybe work on like I'm like I feel like I'm literally see-through. That is what this quarantine has done because I now have zero type of any pigment in my skin because I don't go outside.
You gotta get you some vitamin D. You have to go out a little bit.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
Julie's got the same problem. Julie, both of y'all.
And Julie's with me. I stay inside. I'm taking
I got a farmer's tan.
It's not pretty. And tell me one time in the day and I'm good. I'm dark.
No, I just
that's that Indian. That's that Indian heritage you got.
Yeah.
Yes, my mom is the same way. We have Cherokee in our family. My mom, she can be outside for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, why did you not give that to me?
I have pictures. When we didn't have technology, so I played outside all the time. And dark. I did my skin, no burn. I didn't burn anything. It would just get dark.
Yeah. Just get dark.
Yeah.
So what about you? Oh, play games. Yeah. So what is everybody else doing? Let us know in the comment. We want to know what you're going to be doing. We can talk about school stuff, prepping for school, things. What are you doing for self-care this summer? Julie, what are you doing?
Exactly what I'm doing right now.
She says, I'm going to sit in my chair.
I sit in my chair. I play The Sims on my computer. I try to find something on television, that kind of thing.
But you got to get out. You go to that casino with your mama. Didn't y'all go?
No, she did. She can't. No, my brother won't let her out the house, basically.
Oh.
She can go to the bank if she goes to the drive-thru. She's not allowed to get out of the car.
Karen says spray tan is safer than sun tanning. Listen,
I know it's true.
I don't go out.
As long as I don't come out looking like a Oompa Loompa. The last time I did a spray tan, it looked like an Oompa Loompa. Listen, I was orange.
Orange?
I was more orange than Trump. I'm just saying. No.
And you can turn green too if you get the wrong
green. Not good.
Yes, my daughter did it for one of her prom or something. Her skin was green.
Oh my!
It was weird. I don't know what happened.
No. Carlotta, you going to Disneyland when it opens?
No, ma'am. I'm gonna let them people experiment and get it together first.
Get it together.
But I do have I have a Vegas trip planned because that's possibly where I might be getting married. So my fiance and I have already we've booked our flight and stuff to go check out a possible venue.
Ooh.
And so that's the only outing I have planned besides possibly going downstairs to the living room and getting on the couch and venturing back upstairs to my room.
Do you have to have a passport for that?
To go downstairs?
Yeah, to go downstairs.
No, I'm exclusive VIP.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, not that I want y'all to go stalk Carlonda and her fiance, as she puts it. But once they became engaged, I had to friend him on Facebook, because I got to check this guy out. My friend. Yes, he did.
Oh yeah, I told him to because he was like, "Who is this Farrah?"
I was like, "This is my girl getting married to this man." I'm like, he's obviously got to pass the girlfriend test first.
It's a little too late, girl. I got the ring.
I start going back through his posts. All of us need to have our men go follow him on Facebook, so that
he's a good
they can all know how they're supposed to do. Oh my God.
He's a good one.
When she says in her post that she found her prince, that boy, no, I ain't gonna say
that
boy,
that man of God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love it.
He treats her like a princess.
Every day.
And I was reading the one earlier this morning, and it was about I guess he'd ordered you some flowers, and by noon he hadn't gotten a message from you thanking him and saying, "Oh my God, thank you so much." So he calls. They had forgot to put him on the truck, so he left work, drove and picked them up himself, and then delivered them, delivered them to school. I was like,
wow.
Listen, I love my man, and my man does a lot for me. Don't get me wrong, but he would have been like, "Give me my money back. I'll do something for tonight."
I did. I appreciate it. And I treat him like a king as well.
He talks about it. Y'all go stalk him. I'm just saying.
I treat him like a king. But I do have some exciting news of what I'll be doing this summer.
What's going on?
I feel like I'm in a cave. I hate him. So I found out that me and a couple three other teachers, kinder first, second, we from my district, we are going to do a project with my district. We partner with PBS, and so I will be teaching short lessons on PBS that'll be aired every day this summer.
What?
Go ahead now.
So yeah.
Wow.
So can we all see them on PBS? Because we have a subscription from our school.
I'm not sure because you're in a different state, but I'm gonna post them on my Instagram and Facebook. Okay. I'll post them.
All right.
Sure. Listen, Carlonda, Sharon needs some dating advice.
For single ladies. Listen, let me tell you, sis. I'm about to just tell you what happened for me. I had to really have a talk with myself and tell myself that I was worthy of love, that I was worthy of all of the things that my heart desires and that God has promised me. And I had to stop choosing the same type of man, expecting different things. And once I focused on myself, he just came. I had known him for years. Like we've known each other since college, but it just wasn't the time yet because I wasn't the woman that I needed to be for him yet. And he wasn't the man that he needs to be for me. So I would say, look at your patterns and really think about everybody you dated and think about who you chose, because we are essentially the ones that are choosing these men, right? We have the power and you're choosing to either be with this person or not. And so you got to choose what you're not going to tolerate. And Farrah know my story. She like, yes, ma'am.
Oh, the one before. Look, I'm ready to lie. I'm on.
Because the one before.
Let's just say the two others that are part of this 4-group friendship, we were ready to make him disappear.
Oh yeah, he was trash. He was real trash. We were like, you need to go back to California. I'm talking about ladies. He was so mean that I would, because I'm in Disney, I would dress up for my kids. Remember, I dressed up for Tiana, and when I got home, he was like, "There goes sorry ass Tiana." Like, yes. It was insults. It was hands being put on me. It was just unnecessary things that I let myself go through, that I had to pull myself out. I'm like, enough is enough. Focus on me. And then when it was time, God revealed somebody I already knew for years. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. And I hope, like, for my daughter's 20, and I hope I need to tell her what you said, because I worry about that. We can't choose them, so we just try to tell them before it gets bad, I guess you could say, before you get.
Well, and don't be afraid to be alone.
Yes.
Carlonda knows my story with Kevin. We've been friends for coming up on 18 years.
Wow.
And we dated, and then I actually married somebody else.
Yep.
And we've been in love with each other the whole time, but it just wasn't. I wasn't the right woman he needed. He wasn't the right man I needed at the time, and it took
years.
It took time. It took years before we finally were able to be like, okay, now we're ready.
Awesome.
So
I remember those conversations when you rekindled with him. Scandalous.
All right, Carlonda, let's go on.
Let's go on.
Let's not. All right. think I would like for all of us to share your most important tip for our viewers for getting ready for next year. And I'm gonna let Richelle start, or do you want some time to think about it?
Okay, I'm sorry. What was the question? What am I like processed it, and then while I was processing, you asked if I could answer first, and then I lost what I was processing.
So we're gonna yes, because we need that think time. That's what we do for our students. Listen, my brain is fried right now.
Right.
It fried. So let's give our best piece of advice for preparing for next year, but making the most of your summer break. I want us to give our advice, and then ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we have any gentlemen in the chat, but if we do, share what you are going to be doing this summer to get ready for school next year, as well as take care of yourself. So we'll let Richelle, you want to start?
Yeah, because I have my same exact routine every single summer that I do right at the beginning to get out of the way, because it takes away my stress during the school year. So we do like kind of daily 5 like independent learning time. So then I can like one-on-one sit with my kids. And instead of making copies every single week of the activities and then the kids lose them and then you have to give them back, I make them books. So they have a word workbook, they have a work on writing book. Last year, my coworker and I made a journal to hold us accountable to get journal writing in every day and teach those lessons. And now we're kind of looking at phonics, but I print and bind my whole class set of books right in the beginning of the year. And that's a ton of copies that I don't have to make throughout the year.
Do you do that binder, with the little teeth? Because I just bought one of those. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, you don't do it that way?
I have these. They're
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I call them teeth.
The little curly Q thing?
So mine's not curly Q. Mine are like, but the plastic ones similar to that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen them before.
I have them in my garage right here, but it's heavy.
So
cool.
I made 75 books in the past 2 weeks.
I'm sitting here talking and nobody can hear me.
Yeah, I was like, who's she? I thought she's talking about.
I had the one that had the teeth that you pulled them apart. You put your pages in, and then it cut the combs that went over.
Yeah, that's what I have. Okay,
yeah. And the kids keep pulling those apart. So now I'm like really keeping those suckers together.
Maybe my thing will work with that. I don't know. Maybe it won't. It has to have a certain machine maybe for your curly Q thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's worth the investment, though. I will tell you, this automatic one that drove me up the wall at first. As soon as I learned how to use it, I did 75 in like, I think it took me maybe 3 hours, an hour for each set of books. It's beautiful. And I have 2 boxes.
What brand is it? What brand is that binder?
TrueBind, TRUBIND. Oh, and there's like a manual one that it'll cut the holes, but you have to sit there and like twist them there, and I don't recommend doing that. And then there's the automatic that you just push the button and the thing spins, and you just like hold the book like I pinch both ends of the book. And then you hold it to the little spinner, and it goes and like puts the whole bind on.
That's dope.
And it saves so much paper and stress. And
what's in the books? What's the books for?
I have my work on writing, so it's all independent work. So there's like cut up in sentences, and they have to put them back together and use conventions. And then there's like comic books to get them interested in writing, and letters, and all these different writing styles that they get to do.
Nice.
And then word work. So this is like beginning letter sounds, and they have to put clips on them, and then flip it over, and then they write the word sound. And I don't know, there's just like a bunch of like little, like we put phonemic awareness in our word work this year to work on rhyming skills and all the things that they need
That's what I just asked Karen.
And then our journals.
Karen and Carlonda having conversations off air. Listen.
No, we are not.
Oh, Kim, bless your heart. Kim's like, sorry, I'm late.
That's my girl, Kim.
We noticed you were here. I'm just gonna say we noticed. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
We did notice. It's like, Kelly says online professional development is how she likes to get ready. Listen,
nice.
I am all about some PD in my pajamas, and in fact, and the girls, once again, the girls don't even know this. I have a surprise for you at the end of the show.
Ooh, are we getting new pajamas?
No, are we getting new
pajamas? Oh, we can have a PJ party.
Monogramming Teacher Blab pajamas. That's what you got.
You got pajamas? Teacher Blab pajamas?
Is that what you got there?
No, I don't have pajamas. What?
That'd be so cool.
I want some personalized pajamas.
Me too.
Personalized pajamas. Okay, not
Are we
that
not
kind.
supposed to be in our pajamas? Because I totally am.
I'm not in my pajamas. Well, my pajama bottoms.
Planning, my comfy leggings on. Girl, like, I'm in my comfies for this.
Yes.
Well,
I
and we gave
had previous things before this, so I had to be
dressed.
dressed.
We gave Carlonda a hard time when we all jumped on here, and I was like, "Look, I look like
I had to be dressed
walk on the trail."
I just wear what I wear that day.
This is what I wore. I got on sweats, y'all. This is just a fancy shirt. I have on sweatpants on the bottom.
Y'all need to go watch Carlonda's TikTok, because there's been a couple times she's done TikToks that I haven't said anything, but you realize I'm like, I can
That's
see
the same clothes.
I can see her sweatpants.
Oh, I'm not hiding in sweatpants. I even did a TikTok about how I wear the same sweatpants and sweatshirt since the corona started. Did y'all see this?
I can't get on it. I'm gonna get too addicted.
I love TikTok.
Just do it. Just do it.
Okay, Richelle. Kim asked, I apologize. Kim asked, is the book for all year?
Yes.
Because that's a really good.
Is it multiple books for the year, or is it one book that they keep all year?
Multiple.
Nice.
I have one book for word work, one book for work on writing, one book for journal. And I like it because, like, their journal one it's like laid out by week. And so it's got the lesson, like their thinking maps kind of empty page, and then their like structured writing page. And then there's like different writing activities for the rest of the week while we conference with the kids on their writing the rest of the other 2 or 3 days. And so it's mapped out writing for the entire year. So at the end of the year, they take those home, and it's basically a writing portfolio from the first day of school to the last day.
I like Kim's question. I was thinking about that too. Is like what Kim was asking, is it from a certain curriculum?
That's what I want to know. Like, did you create this? So your district doesn't provide curriculum, or you just...
I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
No. Hey, I was running late too.
Listen.
Who's in charge of messages? I don't read that fast.
Oh, wait. I came prepared for when it started getting dark, except I forgot the battery.
Dang.
Dark, that's real life, though.
The one that tells us about our life doesn't have life today.
All right. So,
yeah.
Kim says they are making teachers in our district do 6 days of PD after the kids to make up for the 6 first days of COVID.
Oh, where are you at, Kim?
Yeah. Where are you at?
Because I'm off as of last Thursday.
We have to do online PD, but we don't have to go anywhere for in-service.
Richelle is one of the most organized people I know. Like, for real.
Your stuff, I'm so impressed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't read that fast. I'm like,
I'm sorry.
I drive my teammate insane.
Hey, you know what? That sounds like, that's what I did with my my morning work packets. Is I bound them, I spiral bound them. Well, mine was the claw, the plastic thing, but that's what I did with my morning work packets. For
the crying happy face.
Kim's laughing at us.
But
she said earlier, y'all cracked me up. We are so glad we can do entertainment.
My books hold me accountable. Like journal, I would go through and do my like phonics lesson, and then I would do like my literature lesson, And then before you know it, it's like time for snack. And then we go out to recess and then we come back and it's math. And I'm like, I didn't do writing today. And I can't.
Baltimore.
That fall.
Yeah.
So now that I have a journal that I know I'm sending home at the end of the year, I don't want to be embarrassed by parents looking through it and being like, look how many pages she skipped. So I make sure that I get my writing in because now I have a journal to hold me accountable to do it.
Richelle, will you drop a link to the one you have?
And you know, Richelle, don't tell the teammates because I don't tell mine. I make mine too nervous if I tell them what I do. You just don't tell them.
Oh no, my teammate will Snapchat me and be like, "How far are you now?"
Yeah, that I don't pressure because they would be like, "You getting on my nerves with that stuff."
Kim says yours was the claw. Yeah, the claw. So we were talking about that. So Richelle has the spiral, and she has a bounding machine, or binding machine.
I'm not going to show you mine.
Mine are those little plastic claw type things that come through. So that's what mine was. I don't have it anymore. Yeah, morning work will work, and if you're gonna do stuff like morning work, yeah, that's what mine. That's the exact one I had right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
This is what you have? Yeah, I haven't even used it yet. I can't even show it on the screen.
Yeah, that's for these kind of hooks.
That is a monster.
Listen, I'm all about a shameless plug here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm all about a shameless plug. So look at me. Look at me go. There is a link to morning work that I used in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. The whole year.
Where's that girl?
Get it.
It comes through. Okay, hide. And then Shirai said I was going to set up centers before I got the new job. Now I'm not sure what to do. Any suggestions? So, oh my goodness, Shirai, centers. I would definitely check out the kindergarten centers because all of the kindergarten centers I actually created when I was in pre-K. And then I've added some to them just for more advanced students. And then I know that Richelle also has some math.
Mine is too old for hers, though.
Well, she's doing pre-K, and yours are 1st grade, but some of them she might be able to use. But
yeah, I got the beginning edition and stuff, but I'm a math only store.
Yeah, she does only math. And then Carlanda's working on it.
Yep.
She got that iPad, and she's working on getting stuff together.
Got two things done.
Shirai, definitely make sure that you are over there, and I know you probably are, but make sure you are following go to my website and say, oh my gosh, I love it.
That's so pretty.
Even the plastic sheets on the front too, don't you?
Yes.
I don't know how to poke a hole in mine.
That is a definite tip. If you've got things like that, or you've got things like centers and things like that, start getting those prepped now. Don't wait. Do a little bit at a time rather than wait till the 2 or 3 weeks before school. That's a definite. Okay. What about you, Carlonda? You got tips?
Or back to school?
Yeah. Well, getting the most out of your summer.
Oh, getting the most. Listen, you got to rest. You have to rest. You have to find some time to rest. I would also recommend that you reflect. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go. Turn me up in the headphones. Just kidding. These things are hilarious. But anyways, so I'm going to start over and scene. So I recommend that you get a lot of rest. You do things that you couldn't do normally, as far as like eating really tasty food, taking your time, do some crafts, and also reflect on what worked well and what some things that you think like, oh, I should change that differently. Definitely make a plan for all your procedures for your classroom. I always sit down and I map out everything, like how we get to and from the bathroom, how kids get pencils, where the desks are going to be. Everything is strategic and purposeful in my classroom. Everything is intentional. So you should also think about that because that's really important. The structures in your classroom is going to help set the tone in your room. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can I drop a link to my centers too?
Yes. Yeah.
And I wanted to jump
Somebody
on.
asked for him. I thought you already had. Somebody asked for him. Drop links. Drop links.
I wanted to
Drop links.
add to what Carlonda said about having everything in place. You know, the first week of school, you're like, oh, we're not really teaching any content. Doesn't matter. But I have to know what I'm doing the first week of school. I have had years that I've been stressed, and the kids know that you're not organized that first week because you're not really worried about it. You have to have a plan, and like you have to have those rules because they know. And I've had stressful years. Maybe I might have had a stressful summer or something, and I wasn't prepared as I usually am. Prepare that first week, no matter what.
Listen, girl, I'm glad that you and my husband both. He is so mad at me right now because
look at ponytails.
But I got these little pigtail things going on because the corona hit hard, and Carlonda will tell you my husband calls it dead people hair.
I'm dead.
he goes, where's your dead people hair? Because I have extensions that I ordered. I went to the salon. I had them cut and styled. She wanted to know if I wanted to get them sewn in, and I was like, no. And so yeah, I do have those so that I can have long hair because this is a hot mess under here. But going back blonde, no fear, Kim. It's going back. Was that Kim that said that? I don't remember if that was it. No, that was, I don't remember who it was that said that. Karen, no fear. It's going back blonde as soon as it grows out. All right. So hard to plan. Jada says, ooh, Jada, are you new with us? Jada, I don't recognize that name.
Jada.
Oh yeah, I recognize that. Yeah. I recognize Jada. Yeah.
Maybe not commented on. Hey Jada.
Maybe I don't. Okay.
From comments on our Facebook page, I recognize that.
Okay. Yeah. I have a folder for each week of school that has a cover sheet and then a checklist and the spelling. That's a great tip. Yes, absolutely. Kim says, I want a link to your machine, or at least the brand name, please, Richelle, if you can get that.
Find the link.
And then Gina also says we do Practice Academy the first week. That's awesome. So how do you plan your curriculum? Oh, Jada says, no, she was with us on Blab.
See, I thought I recognized the name from, at least from, longer term on our Facebook.
Yeah, Blab, she was with us old school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday went. So, crazy about teaching. What's your name again? I don't know. And I left Carlonda out the intro. So hello, it just is what it is.
Because she didn't have her earbuds.
Yeah. So, Julie, what are you doing to prep for next year?
Well, I'm kind of like what they mentioned about, things are still up in the air, sort of, when it comes to now where I am. Our somewhat tentative, sort of in place calendar has teachers going back the first Monday in August, which is like August the 3rd, I think. And our kids start that Thursday. So I'm hoping that they decide soon what we're doing. Because that doesn't leave me a whole lot of time to do, prep stuff. What I have done is I've played around a little bit with as I call it, my documentation planner. I'm a happy planner person. I like the happy planner stuff. Although this year I was not too happy with some of the happy planner stuff that was put out. I really didn't find anything. I didn't like the design
this year. I did Erin Conjure just 1 year. So
I didn't like any of the designs that they put out this year. So what I'm gonna do is sort of go I think they call it sort of like Franken planning. I'm gonna use the guts of the planner that I used this year, and I'm going to put my own pages in it. I've already printed out the monthly pages. I'm a little iffy on how I'm going to do weekly pages because I have enough pages from the last 4 or 5 years that I've done the teacher planner. I always pull out the weeks that I'm not going to use because we're off a week for Easter. We're off 2 weeks for Christmas. We're off a week for Thanksgiving. I get a week off at Mardi Gras. So all those are weeks that I just pull out. And whether they're dated or not, I can fix them. But I have done that much. I have not done any of my curriculum planning yet. There's a possibility that, believe it or not, we may still get a new math curriculum before August.
They do that sometimes, some years.
Well, I will put it this way. The curriculum that we are using is it's over 10 years old. And we found out that we can no longer get the consumables. So workbooks for 3rd grade and up, we can't get anymore. And for our 1st and 2nd grade, we can't get the workbooks, which means we can't get the student textbook either because they use a consumable textbook. So
y'all are thinking about.
Well, I know I was talking with my elementary head earlier today, and she said that they have gotten in Eureka, which is
I was about to ask you. I said, I know
very different.
I got you. I'll talk to you about
and then
training.
There was another one like Connections Academy or something. It was CA were the initials.
Jessica knows she's a curriculum coordinator.
Yeah, so there's a potential that I may be scrambling come the end of July to plan out a new math curriculum for not 1 but 2 grade levels because I do teach 3rd and 4th. So, I mean, I normally, by the time we go as teachers on the first day, my room is completely done. I have all my student information packets, for parents and all that stuff done. And I have my lesson plans, put out. We have to use a template, squared template. And I have that done through at least Labor Day because that's our first break. And I kind of like to, I don't want things to be hanging weird when we get to that point. So that's normally what I do to get ready over the summer. I mean, I have older kids, so for me, I'll print out some copies of tests that I know I'm going to use in the first, couple weeks of school, and I'll go to school over the summer and make copies with a few extras. So I'm not trying to get in the copy room with everybody else the first week.
Yeah, that's the battle. Go during the summer.
Yeah. So, because we can get in the building anytime we want. We have keys, we have codes, so we can get in whenever we want. But yeah. So,
where are you going?
Right.
I do some school stuff, but I also sit right here in my chair.
Y'all thought.
We're field tripping right now.
We field tripping. Come on, have a go.
No, can't.
Field trip teacher after all.
Wait, who would ask people? Was it you, Farrah? Remember how we did it a long time ago on Periscope? You're asking people at the store.
Oh, we took Blab on the street. That's what we did. Blab on the street.
We
did a Blab on the street. We sure as heck did.
We don't have.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah. I remember Blab.
Carlonda, you missed it.
Carlonda,
you missed it. We did Blab on the street, and I was in downtown Houston, and we were stopping people, and I was asking them if they thought teachers made enough money, got paid enough.
She was asking everybody.
Oh wow, that's a serious mask.
I know. I was like,
where are you going?
You can't see.
If you think for a minute I'm gonna sit here in front of Starbucks and not go get a Starbucks, you're crazy.
Oh, you're going to Starbucks.
I need Starbucks. Okay, so here is my thing, and this is my tip. Is on
Sorry.
Farrah is on the move.
I can't.
Y'all, Karen, I love Karen. I love freaking Karen. Karen, you and my. So people looking at me like I'm nuts because I am Karen around.
I don't know what it's like the little ponytails that add to the look.
And then she's talking to who? We don't know.
And now she's frozen up.
Oh, she.
I
can't believe she had internet all the way in the vehicle. That seemed like you'd have to be in
Texas.
And now that she's on the move, she lost it.
I know she's the one broadcasting this, right? She needs to have a seat.
That's right.
Y'all can still see us, right? Even though she's frozen.
Right.
Make sure we still on now.
I think so.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah, keep going. You can't stop in the middle of the road like that.
she's just frozen.
She's frozen. She gonna pop back up with like a frappuccino in her hand.
Yeah, I printed out mine. I
that's
tried.
true.
Okay, I'll be honest. I went looking on Teachers Pay Teachers for like teacher planner stuff, and there are like a gazillion of them out there. But
I just bought one.
And it's a formatting thing. The problem that I
She's
dislike
gone.
with these things.
What happens? She's gone. So what do we do?
Karen says y'all can still see us, right?
But
And
not fair, right?
I should have known.
Okay, there we go.
I should have known.
That was wild.
I should have known.
What, girl? They said your ass can't come in there with that mask.
Yeah, they might have kicked her out. Yeah, she back to her truck.
No, they're closed. Their lobby's closed.
Oh, the lobby's closed.
You got to drive through?
Yes.
Hey, Steve, they got a pencil cup. I need one.
Me too. If they got them.
All of them.
That was the whole reason I was going in there to see if they got that damn cup.
Draw pencil.
I want it.
They had
Listen. This
Oh,
brings
Lord.
up a good point. This brings up a very good point.
What?
I can't stand this thing on my face to walk up to the door and get Starbucks and come back to my car. How are they expecting teachers to teach in these all day?
There's no way.
And
I
the
would
kids
have that
too.
plastic thing on me because I can't breathe with that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm talking about? That.
Yeah, I seen those
The
little
shield.
visors.
The shield.
Yeah.
Shield.
Yeah, it's like those electricians or something wearing something similar. It's
Yeah.
like, no.
I'm
This
already
is too much.
that about how to teach phonics with a mask on.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not gonna work.
plastic shield. I'm doing it. We're gonna see.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies. It is 9:07. We started late, but we are going to try to end on time.
I know that's
just
right. Try to go get that coffee. Shut up. She's like, I got to go. I'm about to go to the doctor.
You have something to tell us. Miss likes surprises over
Oh yeah,
there.
you gotta tell us before you go. What happened?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm getting to,
She's getting to it.
listen, I'm going to need y'all to put your panties back on and stop. Okay.
Mine never came off.
You gotta
I'm
keep
a
it
fiance. My pennies are owned, honey. Okay, go.
Okay. We have a guest next week that
Who
goes
is it?
along with trying to get ready for next school year. And I know all of us would love it because we can't stand it when people are like, you only teach from 8 to 3 and you get your summers off and your vacations and blah 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 blah
Can't
blah.
hear it.
But what if you really could be that teacher that leaves school every day at 3 p.m.? So we have a very sweet friend of mine, Kristen from Easy Teaching Tools, who is going to be on the show next week. So get your questions ready. She's going to talk about how to be more organized as a teacher. She's going to talk about how to prioritize so that you are not, and 3 p.m. is figurative. We realize if you teach till 4:30, you can't leave at 3. Literally, people text us and
People
message
teaching
us
till
about that.
4:30.
Like, and it's like, wow.
I feel like
it's
that's
figurative. It's a metaphor. But
You'll end the
seriously.
contract hours.
yeah, but she's going to be here to chat with us about how to stay more organized and how to put yourself first and prioritize so that you're still the best teacher you can be, but also not completely be giving your life over to your classroom. I wish I had found all this prior. So Kristen from Easy Teaching Tools will be on the show next week. Have your questions ready, ladies. She's super, super fun. And I can't wait. And then
you get in us pajamas. I was so excited about the pajamas.
Yeah, I got
apparently I'm sending everybody pajamas.
Yes.
Monogram.
Yes.
Monogram pajamas.
Monogrammed pajamas.
I want
Teacher
the teacher Blab or some screen print.
You know
Yes.
what? When these pajamas show up on your doorstep, I don't want to hear a word about
Oh, you
Carolina
won't.
being in the intro.
Right. Where the outro? You got that ready?
I got it ready.
We
You're
gonna
in it?
see.
I
I'm
got
in
it
it.
ready.
I'm not in it. She paid for that frappuccino. She ain't paying attention. I'm not in that
Whatever.
video.
You are in it. Ladies,
Outro is going to get her some earbuds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get her address and I'm gonna send it to them.
I'm not sending you any. It's right. I'm not sending you pajamas. I'm buying you earbuds.
order some as soon as we get off this broadcast. When this broadcast is over, I'm gonna order some.
All right.
Well, regardless of what you do this summer to prep for next year, so much is up in the air. Some teachers don't even know what they're going into next year. I was talking today I had to take the dogs to the vet, and the vet tech was saying they just got surveys literally like last week.
I got one today.
We got one.
Yeah. Oh, but I will say this, Carlonda, you are going back to the very first classroom you ever taught in?
That I ever taught in. I'm going back.
That is cool.
Going back. I'm excited.
That is so cool. That is going to be so cool. But yeah, so many teachers don't know what you're walking into. I just look like I'm, in the shadows now.
She's a floating head.
You don't even know what you're walking into. So take some time, recharge, clear your brain, go float in the pool, Richelle. Go downstairs, Carlonda. Sit in your chair, Julie. Go to the casino, Misty. Just don't get locked in the bathroom.
I'm not gonna get locked in the bathroom. I don't like those bathroom doors.
Get out.
I'm gonna get out.
God help us. And take a little time to smell the flowers. Y'all thought I was gonna say take a little time to enjoy the view, but no, I wasn't. Anyway, take some time for yourself because school will be there and it is going to be day to day when we go back. But
yes,
don't forget we have our tech summer of tech that is going to be happening. We've got people coming on to talk about technology in the classroom. Carlonda, do you have technology in your classroom?
Like laptops?
Well, anything, devices.
We got tablets, and then smart board.
Mm-hmm. Y'all see you have district then.
So you have access to some technology and stuff for your kids to use.
Oh yeah, my whole district is now 1-to-1.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So you'll enjoy
that. Yeah,
we've got people that we're reaching out to come on and talk and walk us through stuff like Google Classroom, Seesaw, some other tech sites and things like that. It has been great. Again, be social. We're all stuck at home. We're stuck behind these stupid masks. So be social, but be safe. We love you guys. And, take a little time.
Take a little time.
Take a little time. And now I'm going to get over here. And you know what? This is for you, Carlonda.
Watch me not be in the video, though.
Because I love you. Good night, guys.